to another outside bend. Here's a fish. Oh yeah. See, a lot of this bumping game, you see guys do videos and they tell you exactly what you need to use, and it's really not the case. It's basically whatever you're comfortable with. So like me, I usually set my speed at 5.5 for the power, no matter where I'm at, and then I usually tie on a 4-ounce bank sinker, and that usually gets me about 100 feet behind the boat. Now, you know, other people might be different, but it's just whatever your style and whatever works for you is best. And I mean, whatever, realistically, whatever puts fish in the boat. So if you're comfortable with what you're doing, and you're putting fish in the boat, then you've got a hell of a setup, then stick with it. Me personally, I have what you call an Iowa slider. That's what I call an Iowa slider. It's a small barrel swivel that slides on my main line, and I tie on a kind of like a drop loop mono, 20-pound mono drop loop, and then I always use bank sinkers for bumping. So to me, those seems to be, they make a lot better contact. When I'm anchored up, I can bounce baits all the way back to 600 feet and still feel it. Of course, that has a lot to do with the rod that I'm using too, the rip and lift stalker. My leader line, I would say my leader line's 80-pound Andes mono blue monster, and it's about 3 foot long. My sinker line on my bumping rig is about, I'd say 18 inches long, 15 to 18 inches long. That way it gets your bait up off the bottom for the active fish to come up and nail it. So, like I said, as far as my main line goes, it's just 80-pound PowerPro braid. Let's see here, what else? Yeah, so on my rig, actual rig, like I said, that dropper for the weight slides on my main line. So it's kind of like a sinker slide, but it's not a sinker slide. I've tried sinker slides, and they seem like they tangle up a lot more. I've tried 3-ways, and they seem like they tangle up a lot more. So with this, I don't have as many tangle ups. On my mono leader, I have a 3-inch peg float. On one side of it, I have the actual peg. On the other side of it, I have they're called worm jig beads. So they're glass beads that I use, and so far they've been doing pretty good ever since I've been using those for about probably 6 years now, and they've taken over the rattle part to where I don't have to have a bunch of stuff around the hook. You know, last thing you want is a bunch of spinny things and a bunch of big beads around your hook, because if the fish, if those get in the way of getting that fish hooked, then you're going to lose. You're going to eventually lose probably quite a few fish. So I like my hook having nothing around it. That way, if I do set the hook, or if the fish sets the hook himself, nothing's in the way of that. So, but yeah, with bumping, you know, like I said, I'm usually going about 1 to 1.5. You know, sometimes you'll have to reel in a little bit, and you just want to always make sure you got contact. So some guys do it real slow, some guys bump real fast. Again, it's just whatever you prefer. You see some guys, you know, criticizing others for bumping too fast. You know what? I bump fast sometimes. Guess what? I put fish in the boat. It's all on you feel comfortable with. I like feeling the oh, there's a bite. And sometimes, so like you'll feel this while you're bumping. You can almost tell a certain bite, so you can tell a big fish. Sometimes a big fish will hit it on the fly, to where all of a sudden they're just ripping drag like crazy. Sometimes big fish will just grab it and sit on it. And those are fun because you don't know if it's you feel it, but you think it might be a tree or something like that, and then all of a sudden, bam, he goes completely nuts. So, but yeah, that's basically bumping 101. You just want to at least cut the speed down in half. As far as away from the boat, it doesn't really matter. I've caught fish putting the bait right in the water, bumping. Like as soon as it hit the bottom, boom, had fish on. And I've bumped back down to 300 feet and caught fish. I really don't think it matters. I think if you're in an area where the fish are really, really active, yeah, it's not going to pretty much wore out my welcome here at this spot. Put on some bigger pieces, that way I can possibly get into some bigger fish. As far as the reel goes, this is a Kuma convector reel. It's made for basically this kind of bumping. If you're going to walk baits behind your boat while anchored, I would suggest getting like a 303D cold water, or you know, the old Dakotas are good as well for walking baits behind the boat. That way you can have a lot more line on your reel and get back to those fish a ways away, you know. Then once you find them, so if you're bumping walking baits behind your boat, and every time you get a bite, it's 300 feet behind the boat, then pull up your anchor and go back another 200 feet. That way you're 100 foot right in front of those fish. A lot of times with bumping, you've got to bump a long ways to find them. So you want to start with an outside bend. Go in the outside bend. If they're not on the outside, that outside bend, it doesn't mean they're not going to be on the next one down. So what I usually do is I'll hit the outside bend, and then I'll go straight into the wing dikes. And then once the wing dikes are over with, I'll cut back over to another outside bend. Here's a fish. Oh, this might be a big one. Alright, what I do is turn the trolling motor off. Oh yeah, this is going to be a big one. What I do is I turn my trolling motor off and I turn this river into a lake. That way it's a lot easier to land these fish and get them faster. Yeah, this is a big fish. This is a big one. Oh my goodness. Yep, this is a big one. Oh, that's a big one. Keep rubbing the bottom of the boat. Get over here, dude. Oh, get over here, dude. Oh, yeah. What we like, we got bubbles. Yeah, he's a big one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a big one. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. This is probably an 80. Yeah, probably another 70. Holy moly. Get him out to the middle of the river and oh, This is a big one. This is a big fish. Oh, this is a big fish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Big old male. He's not happy either. These usually fight the hardest too. Oh, holy moly. He got a lot of bubbles. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, it's a big fish. It's a nice one. I'm getting tired now though. Oh yeah, this is a real nice one. Oh, take more line out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love this so much. Oh, this is a stud. Now, if they fight you like this while you're going with the current, that's a big one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Keeps going underneath the boat. I'm a big guy. I'm tired too. Alright, I think he's whooped. Alright. He's in the net. Oh my goodness. Definitely not 100. Here's what I'm going to do with this big guy. I'm just going to go ahead and weigh him over here. Oh, we got 82. Oh, oh. Let's do it just to make sure. Oh. I'm going to do 78 pounds. And that's how you bump, folks. There's a 78 pounder coming in the boat. Oh my goodness. Just crazy. I know, buddy. I know. I know. Calm down. Alright. Here we go. 78 pounds. 78 pounds. I don't know what I'm going to do if I get 100. This is a big old male. Here we go. We're going to turn him loose. Boy, that was perfect. Oh my God. Yes, baby. Oh, oh, oh. Well, you know when you're getting old, when you're wore out from catching fish.